to match number 2, game number 2. This is a double round robin format, so all teams are going to be fighting against each other twice by the end of it all. So you guys can't wait to see what's going to be happening. So here we are, this time MYA in the blue side, and ASYN sporting the colors that they are known for, red.
The enemy
Well,
is
with
banning.
ASYN being on the second pick this time around, we'll see, what sort of draft changes they make, or will they keep to the very same, winning formula that they had before this? Fanny being the first one to be removed. Angela now the
Your
response
team
coming
is
up from
banned.
ASYN.
I think it's still going to be the same thing. Grok will most likely be banned out just because of how his passive actually scales off with the rapid boots, and I feel that rotation is something that's really important in a team composition. I mean, you always want to have a team that's able to rotate from one side of the map to the other as quickly and as efficiently as possible. So I think that picking up the what's it called? Picking up the Grok is going to be very interesting if he doesn't get banned out.
I definitely do want to see the Grok come through. So far he has been banned out. Unfortunately,
Your team
still
is
very much
picking.
on trend here. Grok does get removed. We're not going to see the giant mountain there just yet. Padel, it's all on you right now. What will you have as the first pick?
Well, we do see here that coming in, Fanny and Marty's being banned out, as well as Angela and Grok. So I do believe that I was just about to say
The
Hellcat.
enemy
I was
is
just
picking.
about to say Hellcat.
No, dear Nostradamus, Hellcat is chosen. Now quickly, on the other side, who is it going to be?
Alright, so I'm thinking that it's going to be the Lancelot, but the Hellcat though, I'm thinking about this Hellcat and I can't wait to see how this is going to be put in here because of the silence, because of the amount of disruption and the damage that it's going to be doing. So coming in from the side of ASYN, Logan the Wolverine and Gripex now is going to go for it. Chou will be picked up here, but I do believe that Lancelot should be picked up. Or Gushen. Alright, so Gushen is going to be picked out here. So this could
Your
signify
team
that for the
is
side of
picking.
MYA, Lancelot should be open. I do like the fact that Logan the Wolverine did decide to go for the Gushen pickup on that first rotation. It definitely opens him up for counter bans here, for counter picks, excuse me, coming in from the side of MYA. So Flint now looking towards locking in the Lancelot and Minotaur. The Minotaur knockups I think is going to be really good here, especially with how enraged he gets and the amount of tanky stats that he's going to provide for the team. The CC itself is going to be something of legend
The
here, but
enemy
no,
is
it's going to be
picking.
Jawhead instead. What do you think about this Jawhead over the Minotaur?
I'm going to believe it's simply more of a comfort pick for
Well, why is that so
for
though?
MYA.
I mean, the Minotaur fits perfectly well in MYA's composition, comfort pick or not. But
Well, comfort pick really matters for them because they may not be comfortable at all with Minotaur, the individual player. So that may in itself be a huge detriment. Alpha being picked up at Rafaela will seal a
team is
very
picking.
strong lineup coming in from Saiyan to deal specifically with a Hellcat Lancelot Jawhead composition. Still the hover over Gatokacha, I still believe that's them bantering with each other and that is not a serious pick.
hopefully not. I don't think we've seen the Gatokacha in the meta for quite a while actually, despite the fact that he does have a very interesting hit and a Diggy. What's going on, Pseudo? Like, wow.
I mean, you have the Diggy here just to avoid,
The enemy
to
is
create the
picking.
shield, to avoid a lot of the crowd control that's going through there, because they're sort of telegraphing that ASYN wants to have lots of team fights.
Yes, definitely.
Which is true because of the Rafaela pick that's there. I do like the sort of response back and forth. However, having the Gatokacha there specifically doesn't quite add much value. The Hayabusa on the other side here will get locked in, and that just telegraphs split push as
Yeah.
a response to them wanting to team fight.
Well, it seems that everything is going to be locked in. Hayabusa now being locked in last, and he's going to go over to Fredo. Rush going to be holding on to his usual Chou. Penjahat definitely was a Penjahat on the Gushin. And Gripex now with the Alpha, so I'm really agree with you. I mean, it's one of those things that's a little bit off the wall in my opinion. And it's just something that I believe that all of our preparation behind the scenes, we just kind of throw it out the window. Pseudo. I mean, I felt that the preparation that we made here seems to be not going in our way. I mean, we did see that Gushin and Mantis are definitely going to be what's it called? Picked out and banned out. So we do have a bit of a pause here. We're gonna go back to us in a while.
Would be a little bit better. You know, if they can do that. However, it's a tall task to do.
I mean, assuming they can do that. I mean, that's the problem with some. I think that's the problem with certain mentalities. I believe that you put way too much on too many variables. You've got to make sure that the stuff that you put in, whatever resources that you want to put in, like putting all your what's it called? Putting all your bread in one basket, putting all your eggs in one basket. Excuse me, bread. Excuse me. So putting all your eggs in one basket definitely is not going to be a smart choice to do. But sometimes that's the only way that you gotta go. And we do see King Fredo now taking a lot of damage here. Goes whoosh, whoosh, whoosh into the shadows.
Well, I mean, especially at level 1, that's there. You want to see Hellcat, you know, get that advantage over him. Yeah.
Now Alpha now looking towards getting a little bit of damage put out here. Gripex looking towards lowering down D-Ace. D-Ace now has to regenerate a little bit more over to the bot side. It seems that the Hermit Crab will be Rush gets silenced out. Tries to go for the G-Kundo. G-Kundo is good. Goes for the knockup. Nin in a little bit of trouble here. The
amazing flicker away to safety. Really good patience coming in from Nin that's there, but also playing with fire there. Ace needs to be cautious about this. Does go into the end. Obviously, Diggy does get dropped in the bottom side here. Lancelot will get the kill up to the top. Oh, nice toss back. Yes, they will be able to get 2 kills out of it. And look at that wonderful little chick there.
Get tossed over, ladies. Get tossed over, ladies, because Jawhead's gonna toss you over his shoulder. And man, oh man, was that really done well from the side of MYA. They were able to toss him over, and what beautiful play that was. Ace and everyone followed up really well coming in from the side of MYA. MYA now, early on, already has so much, what's it called? A lead here coming in. Oh, but it might not be it though. ASYN looking towards it. Oh, will they be able to get it though? No, they won't. Oh, Flint V now getting it done. No, it is not. We do have to see now that Nin now is in a bit of trouble here. We'll be able to get a little bit of damage here, but between Nin and King Fredo is going to be very interesting to see how this is going to be done. And we do see that for the side of Flint, we do see that he is going to be pushing out over to the mid side here. Rush coming in. Could it be that they want to set it up? Oh, Padel now going for it. Will he be able to go for the toss again? The ejector. No, he won't.
Unfortunately, he will not be able to quite find the right injector at this point. However, they should stop clumping up. You know, spread themselves out, you know, get all the experience, get all that gold, and they will be able to, you know, to continue to sustain that lead a little bit further ahead. And that's how they got it the first time around. But Flint responding back up top with even more aggression, coming in all the way to the end.
Wow.
Great flicker away there, and great, you know, ultimate timing coming from Shadow. Does come in the taunt there. Rafaela might be the next one to fall down in the end. Rush is chasing Flint away. Will manage to bring him down. Ended on the other side, as well as Rafaela now will succumb to the damage. Shadow does flicker away right into the end. That sliver of health will keep him survived.
Oh, Gripex in a bit of trouble here. Could this be a little bit of greed from Padel? Padel gets taken down. What were you thinking, Padel?
Oh my word, it was so close on so many sides here. Nin going up against Fredo will be able to do it. Not quite, does not have the right amount of charges to burst down the Hayabusa, and especially now given its pass, you know, that level 4, the turnaround and that sort of 1v1 is absolutely insane. In fact, we're going to see it happen right now. The silence goes through, but it will only delay the inevitable.
Wow, coming in here, kills coming around all over the place, coming in from ASYN now. ASYN has a little bit of lane priority, focused towards the mid side here. They are going to be pushing it out. King Fredo now looking towards getting a little bit more health back. I'm really interested to see whether or not King Fredo will be able to sustain it out. Look at the amount of damage that he does onto Ace, shadowing in and shadowing out. We do see over to the top side here, a little bit of interesting pickups here. And what is this coming in from the Gato Kacha? So many little armors. What do you think about that?
Well, I mean, it's also the cheapest option to go for now to, you know, to be the extra little bit of tanky, you know, stats that you want to have up there. Perhaps might be able to help out, but with ASYN now being able to secure Turtle, they do push their goal lead firmly into 1000 position ahead.
1,000 gold in favor of ASYN. So I'm really interested to see how this is going to work here for the side of MYA. We are going to see that they are turtling up a little bit more. Rotations are working in favor for the side of ASYN. We do see a bit of pressure being put onto MYA, onto the mid side here. Flint now not looking too confident in himself to go for it, so he will decide to go for some of these objectives here. Padel coming in. Hopefully Padel will not live up to their greed like how he did in that previous fight here. Gripex looking towards getting some steals here for the objectives.
It looks like they will be able to find out yet another buzz in here. Rush does jump up into the high ground. Padel throws up the wrong target, just Flint up into the air, a little bit of a toss there. And they should disengage it, but Fredo is saying, nope, Fredo. I want a little bit more. Injector all the way across. Will be forced to flicker away because that is so out of position. Needs to be extremely cautious about it. FVMYA looks as if they're being slightly strangled wherever they are going. ASYN is there to respond to the aggression.
But I do like the fact that in this game right here, in game number 2 of match number 2 here between MYA and ASYN, and MYA is actually not showing that. I mean, the score discrepancy isn't as high like we had in game number 1. So I do believe that MYA does make a little bit of adjustments in Nin now taking down the kill. I do believe that a lot of that adjustment has been made just because for Nin to get that Hellcut, and he's doing really relatively well in it.
I mean, as much as he's doing quite well, we also have to see that the goal lead is quite steadily, on the side of Lancelot, which is exactly, one of the 2 options they would like to have it there. So Flint is doing an okay job, but the second death there was a little bit, sad to have happen. Could have played a lot, better about it. Look at how Rush is playing, knowing the fact that there are multiple members of MYA there, still really confident, because there's Rafaela and Alpha just waiting in the mid lane in case anything were to break out. The sort of backup and corresponding, the communication that they have here is showing why ASYN is so comfortable just moving across the entire map, taking the objectives that they want. And we have a floating lord.
We have a floating lord, a little bit of a visual bug right there. And we do see Ace now looking towards getting some fights. Rush in the middle of it. He's got to be careful how it goes. There goes the Lancelot ultimate. This is going to be bad here for the side of Rush. Rush might get taken down. Rafaela gets taken down first, but King Fredo now will be able to do a lot more damage here. Nin goes away, goes for the rush here. And man, oh man, is MYA turning it around. 2 for 2 in advantage here. But over to the top side here, it seems that one member of ASYN is pushing it out. Fredo now being silenced does go shadow to shadow away, but Gripex was able to take down that topside turret and will be able to get a little bit more breathing space here. Top lane getting taken down and a little bit more pressure and priority being given to the top side here. Beautiful stuff being done by Gripex. He knew for a fact that he was too far away, and they knew for a fact that ASYN was going to lose that fight anyway. So why not just nip whatever losses that you have in the bud and just throw out and make sure that you get turrets, make sure that you get priority.
I mean, this is objective gaming. They were smart about it, and because of that, they have pushed their goal lead that much further ahead for themselves. Looking at it, Hayabusa is at 6,000 now ahead of the team that's there. It looks like they still want to have more fights.
I don't know why I don't know why MYA keeps doing this. MYA needs to actually pick off one of these one member from ASYN one by one. But because of how ASYN is moving, they move like a unit. It seems that MYA is not able to do so. But a killing spree going over to King Fredo just as D-Ace comes in with the ultimate. So this could be bad here. King Fredo goes for the push, goes for the chase, but decides to shadow away. So we do see a little bit of action here coming into the mid side. We do see priority being pushed towards the mid side, and ASYN is most likely going to be able to take that turret down. And even if MYA does come in, this could be bad for them.
It is going to be severely bad for them. Look at the bait, the patience of waiting up within the brush that's there. At the same time, in the bottom lane, we're going to see Chou and Hayabusa happily pushing. Will be able to secure the tower as well. And now they're split between the two. Do they give up the mid lane? They will have to. Do they go to the bottom lane? They can easily disengage from this. And look at the amount of damage that Fredo is just dishing out. The strongest member in the whole team and across the map as well. They're moving as 5. They will be able to rotate back into mid, take the outer turret, and pretty much seal the deal.
Well, Rush beautifully set that kill up here, coming in with that with that Wave of the Dragon right into the Hayabusa ultimate. I believe that was just beautiful synergy being shown here by ASYN, and it seems that ASYN, if they keep up this performance, they will be able to be the first. They will be able to be the team that gets 2-0 over MYA.
Well, certainly they're hoping for that 3 points to put them, in the upper section of the standings. But still, putting up a good fight here is MYA, hoping to get out Rush here, but not quite it. Gigono does have the knockup to Pardell. We're going to see Fredo completely aside. It's a 4v5 in the bottom lane, but the level advantage is just too severe.
Ace now has to use his ultimate to get away, so this is a very, very bad spot here for the side of MYA. They have to be careful. Padel now in the middle of it, and look at it, Hellcat will be able to take down the Hayabusa. So this is going to be that breathing spot, that breathing moment that MYA needs, but they need to mobilize towards the Lord as quickly as possible, because ASYN might actually go for it. They do have all lanes pushing in their priority, so I do believe that that could be something that they could use in this current situation here. The Ace now looking towards it, drops that hammer down, drops the fist down to the ground, but will not be able to go for it. I do believe that the Ace now is scouting out as much as he can, but over to the top side, Pajahat now almost gets taken down by Nin, and Padel was able to eject him, but luckily enough, the damage was not enough, and he was able to get away.
It does get away. A lot has still not been taken here, and the goal lead is 5,000 into the favor of ASYN, hoping to equalize that a little bit further. Hellcat now does manage to get the top turret. Keeping in mind, there's still an outer turret still standing, which is in the mid lane, and it just shows you the amount of map control that's going to go on here. Looking at the items very quickly, a little bit too quickly. That's there. We're going to see that. Now finally we're going to see these secondary damage items come across for MYA, where ASYN has already done that. Rafaela whiffs her ultimate, so this might be a potential for them to come back. Fredo does get tossed all the way to Shadow. This is not the right person.
This is bad here coming in. Shadow will be able to get away though, and look at that five-man silence here coming in. Lancelot on the killing spree, but it seems that ASYN will be able to go, and look at that beautiful Wave of the Dragon to lock him down. Beautifully done by ASYN, writing the textbook over and over again with beautiful synergy.
I mean, that was quite, beautifully executed by that. Now, of course, there was the mistake of, throwing Fredo, unfortunately, on the wrong side there, forcing Shadow to use his ultimate, not in the, best opportune time that's there. Will be able to flicker in, kick back,
another
stun
one
from Rafaela as well, and the pull back coming in from Gush, and that's there. The knives will be the end of it all.
Rush now, guys push. Oh, the Ace now gets flicked off in the wrong direction here. Gripex pushing it off over to the bot side here. The Ace now pushing off as well as Flint here. Gripex goes in for the re-engage, and it could be bad here coming in from the side of Ace. And we do see that more and more the Lord now is pushing off towards the top side. I do like the fact that this is going to be a very, very interesting game here coming in from the side of ASYN, because they have been they had a very dominant game 1, but for game 2 it's been a little bit rocky for them, but they do still repeat the same level of success here just by playing to their styles, just by playing to their strengths, and exposing the weaknesses that is MYA.
Yeah, I think the word here is, the word to describe MYA's playstyle there is a little bit too greedy.
I kind of agree and disagree to certain extents here. I do believe that MYA is doing their best to try to shut down members of ASYN, but before we go on though, here comes the last push coming in. MYA going down one by one. Beautifully done coming in from the side of ASYN. Not even a single man goes down.
I mean, that was such a deletion at the end of it.
And for those of you guys who are restreaming this on Facebook, mind you guys, what you guys are doing is illegal. So we are going to report you guys, and you guys are going to get your stream taken down. So please do the right thing and don't do such things. This is not cool, okay? Come on, guys. Come on, guys. So anyway, let's take a look a little bit at the score sheet here. What do you think about the score sheet?
I think the score is really reflective of the game. It was a messy, skirmishy game. That's you see deaths across many people. That's there. You also have seen that Rafaela has 15 assists with Chou hitting 17.